Okay, I just set a target with the most expensive set of second-hand golf clubs money can buy. Can we match or even beat this target with a set of clubs that cost just 10% of the price of the clubs we have just played with? Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson, welcome back to the channel. If you tuned in yesterday, you saw me set a standard at 9 holes here at Woolley Park Golf Club using the most expensive golf clubs you can buy from Golf Clubs for Cash, Europe's biggest second-hand golf retailer. But today we're trying to match that with a set of clubs which, let's face it, aren't quite the same ilk. Yes, you can buy these all second-hand. Yes, it's going to set you back a lot less money than the set that we used yesterday. How much difference is it going to be? Get in the comments below and let me know, guys. If you want anything from Golf Clubs for Cash, check out the link in the description below. Exactly the same golf course, exactly the same golf ball, exactly the same day. What is the difference going to be? Now, I'm not going to take this on a hole for hole basis. I'm actually just going to take it for the score. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, that is linked in the description below, but I'll talk you through it in just a moment's time. That is an identical tee shot to earlier, by the way, just with a little bit of a cost saving. So the irons we're using today are, of course, Mizuno MX20 T-Zoid irons. They are 3 iron through to pitching wedge, and they set us back a staggering £75.99. That is exceptional value for a set of Mizuno golf clubs, and the whole set of irons set me back less than just one of the wedges that we used earlier today. It goes to show that golf can be for everyone. I'm really enjoying this content. I'm really enjoying the fact that golf can be cheap but can be expensive if you want it to be as well. But I want to know, can I beat that score with a set of clubs that cost 10% of the price of the expensive ones? So pretty much an identical location to my tee shot earlier. Let's see if we can play a similar shot in, because we did do well on this opening hole. I'm going to go with a pitching wedge, try and flight it down a little bit. Now these are designed to be fairly forgiving irons, and I actually enjoyed shopping for the budget clubs a lot more than I did shopping for the expensive clubs. I love trying to sniff out a little bit of a deal, and that's where Golf Clubs for Cash is really, really good. There's so many deals to be had, so many great clubs that some people have traded in and didn't want anymore, but are now someone's treasure. Come on. The score to beat, if you've not watched yesterday's video, guys, here's your chance to go watch it, but the score to beat now is 1 under par. I shot 1 under par for 9 holes using the expensive clubs. It's not an easy day. I actually played really, really well. Oh, I'll tell you what, be good. That's the best shot I've ever played. Oh my Lord. What? An eagle. Just struggled to hole a few putts, but I'm taking that all day. And if we can, I think if we can shoot level here, I'm okay with that. I don't want to be over par because I feel like I'm playing well. It's the same holes again, but just how much difference will these clubs really make? I'll be good. Be good. Don't be long. Don't be long. It's almost identical again. There's the divot from earlier, and there's the shot we have in. Yes, please. Now I do find this interesting as well, because I wonder if people who would spend £3,500 on a set of second-hand golf clubs, I mean, that's mind-boggling to think that you can do that, but obviously you can. If they would have a different mindset, someone who would go and buy these would go and think, you know what, I can get that for like a tenner, and get that for, I mean, my driver here, my driver was £28.99. And I don't think that's a slouch of a driver. I used to have a Cleveland launcher back in the day when VJ was winning. Okay, a long time ago. But also part of me is wondering if these are the margins. So I birdied the first hole earlier on, or yesterday in yesterday's video, and I hit it quite close. I had probably like 10 feet. This is more like 15 feet, maybe 20, and realistically a lot less likely to hole this putt. That doesn't mean to say that we're not going to hole it, because I have a TaylorMade Nubbins putter B9S. This was an absolute beauty back in the day, and it's going to feel gorgeous. This only cost $43.99. That is ridiculous for a putter, which for me is quite kind of historic and poignant putter for me. If I can play almost as well as earlier, but roll in 1 or 2 more putts, we're going to be there or thereabouts. Turn, turn, turn. Oh. That is a par. Not a bad par. but it's a par. Right, I can't wait to unleash this bad boy. Cleveland Launcher 460. This brings back so many memories. The gold shaft. Who remembers the gold shaft? Yes, please. And I'm finding it hard in my head not to just compare shot for shot, because I've literally just finished that round of golf where we shot 1 under with the expensive club. So here I'm thinking I hit the absolute tiger line with the Paradigm Triple Diamond driver that cost way more than that entire set. But I know I can do the same with the launcher. Come on. Exactly the same. Now, this is going to be interesting because I can show you exactly where I finished earlier and I've nailed that. So if there's a huge difference here, that's where you may start to see your pounds and value totting up. If it's down there and I've got a flick in with a wedge, which I'd imagine I have, value or cheap, oh, and I can already see here that we're not going to have too far left into this hole. We didn't manage to birdie this hole earlier. Can we do it now and get under par early? Right, now this is getting a little bit spooky because I would say that I'm not doing this on purpose, but I am actively trying to get as close as I can. I think in fairness earlier we may have been 5 or 10 yards further up, but we start talking about wedges now. This only costs $25.99. That is unbelievable value. McGregor 52-degree wedge, Mac Tech X. Let's try and use that bank at the back. Nice safe shot and come back. This looks really nice down at the ball actually. Be good. Be good. Be the distance. Be the distance. Oh, that's so close. Oh, come on. I hope that's not like 5 yards short because that looks all over it. Imagine the headlines. Imagine the headlines. Come on. I mean, you would probably hope that your wedge would stop quicker than this, but then how often do I say that when you get backspin, it harms more golfers than it helps? 1 under. Birdie. Come on. Okay, par 3, 140 odd yards. I'm going to go with a chippy 7 iron. I feel like that's a shot which I should be able to control. It's all about control here and not really about brute power or force. You can actually see the person who had these irons in the past was either working on the game or having lessons on some kind of GC quad or something, because it's still got the stickers on, but stay on it. That is all over it. That is all over it. That was a god-awful strike. Let me show you here where, and this is where when you start to look at kind of cheaper irons, I've teed it up here, there, that did incredibly well. Now I'm trying to gauge if the weather's more difficult now than it was earlier, if the wind's picked up. I think it might have picked up a little bit, which I was hoping it wouldn't do. I was hoping it might subside a little bit. But so far we're hitting good golf shots. I'm happy with how we're playing. Check that out. Budget, imagine an ace. That, so good. I love golf. I love golf. I mean, that has to have had a cheeky look. It has to have had a cheeky look. Where's it pitched? So far, the overriding issue for me here that I can't believe is my consistency levels. I was not anticipating playing such similar golf to go 2 under. Stayed there. How can that stay there with the wind? Oh, par. Oh. Get the swag putter back in ASAP. Okay, next hole, drivable par 4 if we can make it over the corner. The wind is up and the trees are high. We did hit a good one here earlier but failed to make birdie. We didn't get up and down from green side after hitting a really, really nice drive with the Paradigm Triple Diamond. Well, I'm going to have to catch this. I'm going to have to get it. That is a terrible. I mean, that is safe. Safe as houses. I've basically, what's what's the political right term? I've backed out of that one, is what I'll say. Now, I'm a huge advocate of enjoyment in golf. That's why I do it. I'm assuming that's why most of you guys do it. If you're mega serious about your game, I hope you enjoy that element of it as well. But I'm not enjoying this any less than I was earlier. In fact, I'm probably enjoying it more. I feel like it's more me that's doing the work. These irons are probably more forgiving than the Tiger Woods irons. I don't think this driver's performing, I know it's not performing as well as a Paradigm Triple Diamond, but does that really matter? I can still make birdie here from, I might have 90 to 100 yards in. I had 30 yards in earlier and managed to make par. That's golf. And to be honest, if that's the worst drive I hit all day, it's really not going to affect me that much for £28.99. A lot of people would spend more in the bar after the round of golf than I paid for this driver. Just saying. To me,
the wig's on, so make sure your furniture is bolted down to the ground.
It's literally 70 yards. 70 yards, it's the 52 degree again. Get the mud off the ball. Be the club. Be the club. Be the club. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm really pleased that it's this James Robinson that turned up today, because there could have been an element where it wasn't and it wouldn't have been as fun a video. Well, maybe for you, but not so much for me. We've got that to get to 2 under par. It's like exactly the same length that we had earlier, which cannoned out because I just hit it straight in. Oh! Some nice stopping power on that one. You see what I mean? Bit of backspin, and it's cost me rather than helped me. It's a great roll. It's in. Oh! Don't call it early, you idiot! Ah. I can't believe how this round of golf is going. Right, let's have a look at something other than the driver, because I actually got myself a 3-wood, a Ping G5 3-wood. You saw the crown of this earlier. It's certainly seen better days, but it cost 30 quid. So realistically, how much do you want for 30 quid? How much do you expect for 30 quid? And how good should this perform for 30 quid? Because you know what? I'm going to hit this. I was going to potentially just hit driver, but I'll go with this. Because it looks bad. I mean, it's got a brand new grip on it, and the grip could have cost 10 quid. Right, it wasn't my best strike, fair to say. It's in the fairway. It's going to be a pretty long way in. Should have maybe just hit driver. So not the best tee shot I've ever had, but on these golf courses that we generally play, are you still going to have huge distance in? Potentially not, because this hole's only like kind of 350 from those wintry tees. Be good. Oh, it's short, I think. Yeah, it is. The wind absolutely crucified that, fortunately. This is where if you want to start talking fine margins, you can. If I'd have hit that further down, would I have missed this green? Probably not. Is that the worst shot ever? No, not really. It's a chance at a birdie, and if not, you should hopefully think you're going to tidy up from there. But I could have just hit driver down here, realistically. Driver would have been a lot further down because I would have struck it a little bit better and chipped on. So probably more my game management than the clubs that I'm hitting to be at fault there for missing the green. And if you think logically like that, you could probably save yourself quite a lot of money anyway on the clubs that you buy. Ooh, time for the 58. Now, this is a Vokey, and as you can see, it's an original spin mill. From this angle, you're thinking, oh, what a purchase. And then you start kind of moving it round and you see why it's only cost just over £20. So, grooves are a little bit worn, but it still has an air of charm about it. Oh, I actually duffed that, that's done really well. But scorecards don't paint pictures, and they don't have calculators for how much your clubs cost. So 5 holes in to this second video, we are identically scoring at 1 under par. The holes aren't identical, but the scorecard is. 4 holes left. Can we make another couple of birdies? Can we avoid any catastrophes? I played a couple of worldies earlier with the expensive clubs. Can these clubs come to my rescue and help try and beat the expensive ones? 15th hole, 400 yards into the wind, water left. We boomed a drive here with the £450 Paradigm, can the launcher keep up? Doesn't need to keep up, but it would be nice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I am just swinging well today. I feel like that's massively helping. God, this has seen some interesting strikes. That was actually a touch heely, and that's done rather well because it felt phenomenal. I'm loving this. I am loving this. That's gone a long way. That's a big drive. Left-hand side of the fairway, but I honestly think that is further than the Paradigm that I hit earlier. I'll throw that on screen now. That's frightening. And this Paradigm Triple Diamond's got me thinking, close. Oh, let's just keep doing the same. I chipped in an 8-iron from there, I actually duffed it short. I feel like this is further down and potentially in a better position to try and get close to this flag. Chip in 9, I think. These are going to be stronger lofted, probably a lot stronger lofted than the Tiger Woods clubs, but I do think we're further down. Draw! Draw! It's going to be flag high. Might even be long. Might even be long. Is it long? Oh, it's flag high. The divot's close to flag high. So easy to hit the T-zoids. £75 for a set of irons. Ridiculous. Flag high, chance. And to be honest, the way I've played this hole, it really does make you think. It really does make you wonder why we do spend the big money on golf clubs. I know why we do. I know why I like buying nice cars and things. It's because it's what we want to spend our money on. But to hit that drive down the fairway, hit that shot in, and have that amount of control with a set of irons that, let's be fair, cost peanuts realistically for what they are, kind of has me wondering, would you rather save your money and spend it on lessons or on green fees or on golf trips and holidays, because you could have the best part of £3,000 left over with these clubs. This is to get 2 under and 1 up. It's very much turned into a match play scenario. You left it short. Perfect line, story of the day, just not quite got the pace. Par. Now this is where it's going to get interesting, because we played a worldie on this next hole. We played a terrible drive and nearly holed the second shot from like 200 yards. So we need to birdie this if we don't want to fall one behind with 2 to play. That would have been nice to drop actually. Now this is tough because I don't really want to push it. I feel like I've played good so far, not really making any mistakes. We're bogey free with the cheap clubs. Can we birdie one of the last 3 holes? That's essentially what I want to try and do. Try and just hit fairways, hit greens, and then eventually roll one in. I feel like we've putted okay. That line was amazing. I just didn't hit it hard enough. The insert in the nubbin's face is known for being incredibly soft. And that's a toey one down the middle. That's going to be a long way back, but it's bang smack down there. Now, I guess what you're looking for out of this little video series differs depending how much you want to spend and what you like. So far, we've got 2.5 holes left. We're well placed here in the middle of the fairway, and we are tied for scores with a set that costs £300, £350, or a set that costs £3,500. Has the cheap set already won? Because now, if I was to press self-destruct, if I was to double the last few holes, which I'm hoping isn't going to happen, would I blame the clubs, or would it just be down to me as a golfer? I think it potentially would. 160 yards in, uphill, no real wind. The wind's died a bit now. I'm going to clean this ball first of all. Hit a nice 6-iron. Now the shot was made for me earlier. We're a similar distance, but I had to like cut a 5-iron round the trees. Oh, I'll tell you what, be good. This was almost harder because you've just got to stand up and hit a good shot. He has though, he has. This could be good. That could be really good. It might be long, but it could be really good. Please don't be long, please. The disintegrating divot. Okay, we had an amazing moment of truth revealing moment earlier. It's time again, and it's close again. How have I played this hole so well today with both? This is useless, it's such a hard hole. And I've played on it like speechless really. It's not a tap-in like the other one was, but it's certainly, that's come in and that would have been close at one point. Target golf with the £74.99 Mizuno MX-20T Zoids. Oh, you can see here it's pitched here this time and released round nicely. You can see why I thought it may have been long and that would have been screwed, but very good. I can't believe how similar the scoring has been and how similar I've played, to be honest, but this to go 2 under with 2 to play and match the score with the expensive clubs that we set. This means a lot, this means so much. I thought I'd absolutely pulled its off. Wow. Very different 3, but no pictures on the scorecard or price tags. Right. Remarkably, we're 2 under par. We've got 2 holes left. I've got insane deja vu, crazy, but we bogeyed the last hole, or the next hole, last time. If we can par this, there's a chance the budget clubs could win. Which I'm not gonna lie, when I'd set an under par target, I didn't think it would be the case at all. But I do think I've chosen incredibly well. I think I've hit this really well. That's been lovely, and the irons have been awesome. I'll show you what's under there in a second. I've actually hit more consistent drives with the Cleveland. I hit better drives with the Paradigm, like when I hit a good drive, I hit it a little bit better and potentially longer. But I think I've hit more fairways with the Cleveland, which is a fair shout. We missed the fairway here to the right. It wasn't a bad one, but we had a 4 iron in. Can we just turn this over a bit? That is a carbon copy. What is it with me and not wanting to go left on this hole? In fact, that's worse. That's going to be blocked out. Absolute. That's so annoying. So annoying. Why go into talking about how many fairways you've hit when you've 2 left to hit? Idiot. Right. This is. I'll address this one. This is far from ideal. Far from ideal. The club I'm yet to show you today, and you will have seen it if you've followed me through my video at Golf Clubs for Cash, is this, a 19-degree Titleist 503H. This was probably one of my most expensive clubs actually. It was $54.99, but look at it, and it feels like it's made for this moment right here. Oh, just cut please, I've struck that so good. Cut, bunker. It was enough club. That came out like an absolute rocket. Right, let's see if we can get up and down out of the bunker. We've not gone in the bunker all day actually, so see how good these budget wedges are out the sand. Right, this ball's below our feet a bit. Come on. Be good, go a little. No one can tell me you need new grooves to hit good bunker shots. And we have that to take a 1-shot lead in, oh, I've dropped it, into the final hole with the budget clubs. And quite obviously the case for budget clubs is looking stronger and stronger based in this video. For me, like, the argument's settled really, even if I quadruple bogey the last. But is that an argument we already knew anyway? Did we know that expensive golf clubs don't really help your game? I feel like we did, but I feel like we also need to understand there's a place for everything. There's a place for expensive golf clubs, a place for expensive watches, a place for expensive pens and stuff like that. I thought I'd missed that. That's 2 under par with no bogeys going to the final hole. It feels like more. It feels like more of achievement. It feels more against the odds. It feels like It wasn't meant to be. I mean, I'm saying all this, we could quite easily crash and burn on this final hole. Guys, if you're still here and you want to see me crash and burn, make sure you do throw a like on this video. If you don't want to see me crash and burn, let me know you're still here and predict what score am I going to make on this final hole. Am I going to par it? Am I going to birdie it? Am I going to bogey it? Or is it going to be worse than that? No, we're going to lose this challenge. Or win this challenge, because it's me versus me. So either way, I'm a winner and I'm a loser. Because realistically so far, all this challenge has come down to is that I've chipped it a little bit closer on a couple of holes and maybe hold an extra putt. But that's all golf comes down to. That is all golf really is. So, can we stripe this down the middle, hit the same drive as last time, just over that bunker, and leave us a nice steady shot in. That is so good. So good. A little bit higher than last time, but probably a bit more central, I'd say. Though, I mean, this thing, I will probably do a video on this, because for sub £30, don't get me wrong, it's seen better days, it's a little bit bruised, a little bit battered, but it has been an absolute warrior for me today, hitting fairways majority of the time, feeling okay, not the best sounding driver, but I'm going to bring your attention to here. Maybe I'd put a new grip on it, but yeah, 28.99. And under the pressure, we could say, of that final tee shot, that's actually gone further. No, it's not gone further. It's gone straighter, maybe 10 yards less than earlier. Obviously the conditions could have changed a little bit, the wind could have got stronger or weaker. Not entirely sure at this point if it has or not, but we've still got a nice little chippy, probably a wedge or 9-iron in. This is no slouch. This is the test right here. Earlier on we were there, and now we're here. 9-iron. Draw it in a little bit, off the lie. Make sure there's no mud on there. Oh, that is left, James. Sit, 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 sit. You know that's moving off the lie. You know it is. Moron. How are you missing that green twice today? Hitting greens from 200 yards out and missing that twice. I'm ranting at myself, but it's like 120 yards. I was here earlier. Here. And you're all probably sick of me saying this, but pretty similar outcome. We were there earlier and now we're here. Another missed green. Oh, that's a tester you don't want. That is a tester you don't want. Why won't these leaves just go away? Go away. Right. This downhill 3-footer to take it for the budget set isn't the putt I wanted to leave myself. Come on. It's outside right. Needs to be nice pace. It has as well. Guys, that takes it for the budget set. I cannot believe, personally, some of the golf I've played today, but also just how much this budget set of golf clubs has stood up to the expensive set. TaylorMade Nubbins putter, stand up and be counted. Cleveland Launcher 460 driver, stand up and be counted. Ping G5, Titleist 503H, Mizuno Tezoids, all stand up and be counted. Guys, if you enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. If you want to see more content like this, then let me know in the comments. And apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. I'm going to go to the pub now because I've really enjoyed that. Goodbye.